So, hi class. I just thought maybe I would give you a video update and a little lecture since we're not having class. And no, you're not in trouble. It's not that kind of lecture. Um, anyway, since we're not going to have class the next 2 weeks, I just wanted to update you and make sure you were kind of clear on what needs to happen. So the Blackboard class, actually, that is on next week, 10/13. I've opened it up so you can see the information there that you need to read, that you need to work on. And the quiz is loaded in that module. So it is Module 8. And you'll see in there that there is a PowerPoint on how to choose a statistical test. There's a PowerPoint on program evaluation. There are some articles that I've put on for program evaluation that you'll need for the quiz. And there is, the PowerPoint for how to write the methods section because that's coming up to be due too. So when you get into Module 8 and you're looking at how you choose a statistical test, on the quiz there's a question that asks you to work through a flow chart so that you can determine what test you're going to run on your own data. So here is, I'm going to show this to you. It's in the whole and field book, which I've put online so you can know what pages it is. But you'll see there's a flow chart here, right? So it goes through and asks questions about your particular project. So the first question, are your data frequencies or scores? And I didn't want you to get confused about that frequency language. The frequency is like categories, right? Or the nominal data that we've talked about. So how many Republicans or how many Democrats, how many females, how many males. Those are categories of information that you're counting how many times it happens. So that's a frequency. And then the other, if you have scores, right, those are things like the interval ratio data that we've talked about. So you'll see on there how that works. So you can walk through that and determine what test you're going to use. And you really shouldn't get too far past, probably nobody's going to be down here in the ANOVAs, so don't worry about that. But there will be, those of you doing t-tests we've talked about, you're going to end up down here. So now I do want you to take a stab at it, work on it, and then show me your work. So either you can write it in the book if you want, take a picture, you can type it out, question 1, question 2, the answers to it, and then you'll have to put in what test you're going to use, okay? So that is for next week. And the program evaluation question on the quiz, you will read one article out of there. There's several articles in lots of different groups. Just pick one and write just a very brief summary what it is. And if you could find the 4 categories of program evaluation that's discussed in the PowerPoint. So. And then I want you to write a citation for that, or the reference at the end, so you can practice how to correctly write a reference. So I can check that. All right, so that's for next week. Then the week after, for class on 10/20, we are not meeting, and you have time to work on your paper and your project and your methods section, because that is due, a draft that's due on 10/20. So you'll see on Blackboard I've put in 2 folders actually, one for the quiz, which I gave you an extra week, so that's due on 10/20, and one for the methods section, which that's also due on 10/20. So that's kind of what you guys are going to work on for the next 2 weeks. If you have any questions, send me an email, stop by my office. I am going to be around, pretty much every day but Thursday when we have class. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask questions. All right, I think that's it, guys. I hope you have a good couple of weeks. And remember, we're looking for P less than 0.05. So take care and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.